Scale of common chords. Scale of common chords is 3-5-8. 5 meaning probably, as you can see here, 8. 5-6-3, 8-3-5. The several ways of playing common chords. To one, no means note, because as you can see in this part, Joel Blow is talking about the positions of a common chord, so with consonants is 3-5-8. We can have this position, so basically we have a G in the bass. You can have 3-5-8, and so you have your first position with the octave in the top voice, 8. Then you have 5-8-3, which is in the second position, so with the third in the top voice, and then you have Do Mi Sol, Sol, so with the fifth in the top voice. In this case, you have the third position, so first, second, and third. It's also useful to think in terms of solmization, because when you want to start a piece with the pattern Sol Fa Mi, you need Sol, so the third position, So. For example, so you need the third position. And when you want, for example, a Do Re Mi has an opening pattern, you need the first position. Do, re, mi, la, sol, fa, mi. So, if you want to start with the Do Re Mi, let's take the Partimento Magic Box. Tac. And here in the Partimento Magic Box you have Do Re Mi, this one, so you need the first position because Do Re Mi. Then you have Sol Fa Mi, for example, this one, and you need the third position, third, because you need Sol. And in terms of Mi, for example, what you can need can be the Mi Fa Mi, which belongs to the Sol Fa Mi. Mi Fa Mi is another very common pattern you can use, for example, embodied with the tied bass. And the Mi Fa Mi, and so in the Mi Fa Mi you need the second position, so with the third in the top voice, is the pattern with which a very beautiful composition starts. Now tell me in the comments if you know this composition. It's not so famous, but how it is. So Mi Fa Mi in this case. Mi Fa Fa Mi. For example, Sol Fa Mi Fa Sol Mi, or Sol La Sol Fa Re Sol Fa. In this case, we have some examples where we are starting in a specific position, and each position usually requires in this style and its specific treatment. For example, Sol Fa Mi, fifth position Sol Fa Mi, third position Mi Fa Mi, first position Do Re Mi. Like this. And then in the opposite way, also here we have another example in over a C major chord, basically, and the reasonment is exactly the same. So remember these three things, which are very important. When you have a chord, in the fifth position, in the third position I mean, so with the fifth in the top voice, you can use a Sol Fa Mi. Or if you want to use a Sol Fa Mi as your opening pattern of your composition, opening gambit, use Sol Fa Mi with the third position of the harmony, of the underlying chord. So Sol with the Sol in the top voice. In minor, Sol Fa Mi, Sol Fa Fa Mi is La Sol Fa, because in the hexachord we have a step higher. So La Sol Sol Fa. For example. And if you have the second position, so the third, you can start with the Sol Fa Mi in its variant Mi Fa Mi, Mi Fa Fa Mi, like this unknown composition. Mi Fa 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 Mi. Or if you want to start with the Mi Fa Fa Mi, you need the second position, so with the third in the top voice. On the other hand, if you want to start a Do Re Mi, or if you're starting with the four, or with the in the first position, so with the octave, you could start with the Do Re Mi. Do, Re, Re, Mi. So the minor version of Mi Fa Mi is Fa Sol Fa, Fa Sol Sol Fa, and the minor version of Do Re Mi is Re Mi Fa. Re, Mi, Mi, Fa. Then, if you combine the minor version plus the major version, do this right now, you get another pattern, which is the fonte. For example, let's do Re Mi Fa and then Do Re Mi. A minor, so A, B, C, and then G, A, B, Re, Mi, Fa, Do, Re, Mi. Now we need a harmony to connect them. For example, Re, Mi, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Mi, Re, Do, Fa, 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 Mi, Re. Just a D major harmony. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Do, Re, Mi, Re, Mi, Fa, Do, Re. Or just with only the bass is enough. Re, Mi, Mi Fa Mi is the same. Fa, Sol, Sol, Fa. And then Mi, Fa, Mi, Fa, Fa, Mi. Fa, Sol, Fa, Mi, Fa, Re, Mi, Fa, Mi. The same principle, and also with the Sol Fa Mi can work in the same way. Sol, La, Sol, Fa, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re. And then Sol, Fa, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. For example. La, Sol, Fa, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Sol, Fa, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. It sounds better if we start, for example, on an upbeat, because we avoid the sound of, which can seem like parallel fifth. For example, this way, starting on an upbeat, we have the time to change the harmony on the downbeat, which sounds better. So, as you can hear, you don't hear anymore the sound of parallel fifth. So this is how from a very little element we can start our improvisations, and that's why it's so important to know the position, first, second and third position of the harmony, for this reason. And so let's continue our journey. In the next video, if you want to get many content and also support this project because you like these videos, join Patreon because there are infinite elements for you. Ut, fa, sol, re, mi, fa. Can you sing with your hand? Consider that this method has been used to teach music from the Middle Ages until the early 19th century. All the great musicians whose music captivates and moves us learned the basics of music starting right here, with a simple hand that I have drawn on a glove, which encapsulates all the elements of music. The great scale, hexachords, clefs, notes and melodies. Everything in the palm of one hand. It is true that it's not so easy to learn this system at the beginning. It is all based on a series of musical relationships and ratios which are different from modern music theory. The historical sources are written in ancient Italian, making them accessible to only a few. Furthermore, the way the ancients write is not always so clear. However, if you are as passionately curious as I am, and you would love to learn how to sing like a true Renaissance or Baroque musicus practicus, take a look to Fa me et me fa est Tota Musica method. In English, so it will be very easy for you to understand everything from A to Z. 13 stages that are well organized and ordered. Start from stage 1 and gradually progress to stage 13, following the step-by-step order proposed in this journey. Examples, images and practical exercises that visually teach you what to do, how to do it and why to do it. Oh, and in the end, we will do a test together. Learn more here.